Jimmy Barry Murphy has moved Sean O'Halpin into the middle of the field, and Michael Daly's gone to half-back.
Let's see what effects that will have. This is O'Halpin going across to challenge. A very resourceful player. So JBM making the changes. But sport at this level nowadays, such a tactical battle. We heard about the mind games that Clare were trying to win in the opening 10 minutes, making two very late changes, Brian Quinn and Alan Markham. That's a great cut up. In towards Alan Brown, now atop of the right. Shawnee Farrell tries to break that one up because Brian Lohan, after a less than certain start, has really been the dominant factor in that Clare full back line. That's going to be Clare's ball. Eamon Taff, by the way, has gone back to full forward for Clare. They've been switching things around a little bit. The Sparrow has now gone to top of the left. This free to Clare will be taken by goalkeeper Davy Fitzgerald. Kevin Murray is being prepared by Cork. They're under pressure. Dan Murphy lifts that pressure up towards Fergal McCormack. Hasn't really had the chance to close down Sean McMahon. Both centre-half backs have had good matches in this game. Here's McGrath having a much better second half. 2 points to his credit. That was wonderful follow-back play there by Liam Doyle. Balletic-like, he managed to twinkle away around and managed to take possession with the stick. Well, not for nothing are they known back there as the Magnificent Seven, the Clare defenders, supported this afternoon, of course, by Brian Quinn, who's come in as a replacement for Michael O'Halloran. Ollie Baker to take this sideline cut. His side 2 points in front. But a match which can still swing either way, although Clare have had the better of things in the second half. James O'Connor coming in. Clare needing something here. Getting into the Sparrow, and the Sparrows put it over the bar. Gerald Loughlin's first point since been introduced as a second half sub. Very happy Clare supporters watching their side now with a 3-point lead. And as we watch that, let's have some more team news from the sideline.
As you said, Kevin Murray is in the game. He's replacing Sean O'Farrell at corner forward.
Okay, so Shawnee Farrell has gone and Kevin Murray will come in. Player introduced in 1994 against Limerick in the second half of that championship game down at Limerick, and he scored 2 goals. Cork needs something like that this afternoon as they attend there to Alan Markham. Colin Flynn there, Porrick, Quinn the doctor, and of course the familiar figure of Ger Loughnane. So Alan Markham being attended to before going back into top of the right. Kevin Murray, top of the right for Cork. And now it's all down to about the last 9-10 minutes. Who has the greater resolve, skill and determination to go through to the Munster final? Annoyance from the Clare fans, annoyance from Colin Lynch as well as that decision has gone Cork's way. Pat Ryan is going to take the free in for Cork. And Pat Ryan is spot on target. That's 3 now for Pat Ryan. 3 from 3, 2 from frees and 1 from a long range free, a 65. And so the gap once again closes. It really is anybody's match. Clare 15, Cork 13. The mentors, the subs, the selectors, everybody and anybody here will have to live on their nerves for the remaining 8 minutes. That's broken by O'Halpin. Clare physically so strong. Baker trying to get it forward. This is Anthony Daly trying to deny. Shawnee McGrath. It's Sean O'Halpin again. Still going forward. Cork with that attack broken up by Brian Lohan. Well, the last time that Clare were All-Ireland champions in 95, they went into the 96 championship and were beaten by Limerick. Now they're champions once again. Will they manage to pass the test? Too many steps taken and it's going to be a free downfield for Clare. Plenty of advice coming in from the 2 coaches just out of shot. From Ger Loughnane here, just behind him, there's Jimmy Barry Murphy. Anthony Daly to take the free, just inside his own 65-metre line. The sun comes out again. The wind behind him. Dropped down, dropped high, and dropped magnificently over the bar. Reminiscent of something he did in the All-Ireland final late in '95 in that wonderful contest. But that's his first today, and it's 16 points to 13. This is Barry Egan. Dragged forward by Kevin Murray. Egan again. Nicely across towards Joe Dean. Couldn't get a touch on it. Instead it's David Fitzgerald. Good combined play. Diarmuid O'Sullivan here. Kicked in towards Fergal McCormack one-handed, but he's been giving second best there against Sean McMahon. It comes to the other Shawnee McGrath. The impish figure plays it in and he puts it to the right, and he's put it wide. 5 wides now for Cork. Disappointment for Shawnee McGrath. 2 points in the second half, but that should have been 3. 3 points the difference. Davy Fitz pocking it, this time going to the right. Gilligan has come deep, runs on towards Jamesy O'Connor. Having come into this match, he has certainly exerted a huge influence. That's a wonderful stroke. 4 points for Jamesy O'Connor. A wonderful career he's had. In championship matches, he's now scored a total of 77 points in this, his 16th championship game. That's quite a record. Ger Cunningham's puck out. Broken here by Baker. Catches it really well. O'Halpine chasing him towards Niall Gilligan. Getting it second time of asking. Taking it by Mark Landers. Gilligan now at right half forward. Looking to stretch that lead even more. And that's another one. And this is a winning performance now very definitely by Clare. Gilligan with 4 points. What a contribution. All of them from play. And Clare lead by 5 points. Cork will come into this match with very high hopes, but Clare are not All-Ireland champions for nothing. Tremendous displays all over the park. Sean McMahon with that huge leap in the air. That's a brilliant block down by Mick Daly of Cork against Colin Lynch, but Lynch gets it again, delivers it downfield. It's kept in play by Alan Markham. Still going by. And from an absolutely hopeless situation, he's put it over the bar. The man who was brought in at the 11th hour has got a second point. Certainly, Ger Loughnane must be thrilled. Each and everybody has played so well on this Clare team. There's another effort from out the field by Niall Gilligan. Ger Cunningham pucking out. It must be so disappointing for him with all his experience. Started his career in '81 in the championship against Clare, and you wonder how many more seasons he will be there to enjoy, and will be there to enjoy his hurling. Is his career to end against Clare as well? Sean O'Halpine hitting it in towards a Clare defence that's been so well marshalled by Brian Lohan. Supported here and supported well by Sean McMahon. He's had another terrific game. In towards Ollie Baker. He's played soundly throughout. Towards Niall Gilligan. This team is going to take some beating, you get the feeling. Once again, Taff, a well-prepared Clare team. They're turning around now the reversal of the league semi-final. Taff with 3 points. Joy everywhere unconfined if you're a Clare fan. Cork fans, well, they think they know the final scoreline. Maybe not the actual figure. It's 20 points to 13 at this stage. 3 minutes to go. They can hardly come back now from a 7-point deficit. Not with players like David Ford performing well. Jamesy O'Connor, whatever kind of training they're doing, whether it's up late, early in the morning, late at night, up mountains or whatever, they are flying. Jamesy O'Connor gets a 5th. It's been a sensational display of hurling by Clare. Cork have been overwhelmed in the second half. Once again, it's Cork who are trying to claw their way back into this, but inevitably the half-back line of Clare settling so well. That's Mark Landers. Landers taking the free himself. Joe Dean trying to come across for it. Missed by Frank Lohan. Brian Lohan next. Alan Brown trying to get it in. There's the new man in, Brian Quinn. And Brian Quinn gets it down towards Niall Gilligan. This must be as satisfying a victory for Clare as ever against Cork. They hadn't any hurling done since the league semi-final. One wondered about Clare's form. They were jittery in the opening 10 minutes, but after that they settled down and they have been absolutely masterful. Here's Kevin Murray late in the match now, into about the last minute of the game. A partial block down by Ollie Baker, and that was enough to take it away from the Cork man and into the path of Colin Lynch, the find of 97, one of the stars of 98 already. Brian Corcoran getting it forward. Baker is back there. They just amble around the place. They look so commanding, so strong in all positions. David Ford into the centre. Brian Corcoran, who had such a good match for Cork, but looks now to be very much on the beaten team. Here's Shawnee McGrath. This is Frank Lohan, supported here by Sean McMahon. What a backline in which to come in, as Brian Quinn has done that as a replacement for Michael O'Halloran. Well, you have to admire the Clare selectors as well for not being slow about making changes. Ger Loughnane has just given a thumbs up to the Clare fans on the sideline. He's walking up and down the sideline here. They're cheering him to the rafters. Cork had 22 scoring chances. They took 13. Clare had 39 scoring chances. They've taken 21 so far. That's an incredible record and an incredible job done well once again by Ger Loughnane. The match now heading into injury time. Niall Gilligan again showing so much pace, quick off the blocks. Poor finish on this occasion, but 21 points is such a wonderful figure to put up. Mention of 21, their number 21 is just coming in, Fergal Haggerty. Well, they could take off just about anybody, I suppose, but Haggerty has gone off. It seems to be Alan Markham has come on, or just want to come off. Haggerty has come on. So many switches and changes late in the match. It's a great catch by Fergal McCormack. Cork will be disappointed, but they've run up against one of the best championship teams they could have possibly played against. Again, Clare coming looking for late scores. Diarmuid O'Sullivan batting it down here. Mick Daly coming for it, out to Mark Landers. Landers driving it forward, in over the head of Anthony Daly, waiting for the others to come for it. Lohan did. Shawnee McGrath looking for a late consolation score. He's dragged down, and it's going to be a free on the 20-metre line. Frank Lohan, the one who committed the foul. So a free in, and not a great deal that Cork can do at this late stage, trailing as they do by 21 to 13. Pat Ryan is coming to take it. He's got 3 points so far. One presumes he's going to go for a goal here. He does, and Fitzgerald gets there first. It comes out with the aid of the backline. Sean McMahon trying to keep it away. Barry Egan, the whistle is gone, it's all over, and Clare are still the Munster and All-Ireland champions, and they're through to another Munster final. This time it will be against Waterford. Brian Lohan took a while to settle, but once he did, he had a terrific match, and in fact his man Alan Brown failed to score, but Brian Lohan once again, a wonderful performance, supported by Sean McMahon and Liam Doyle. Ger Loughnane, the king of Clare, once again going down to salute the fans. Terrific support he's got here this afternoon at Semple Stadium, the venue where they won their major Munster title in '95, and 3 years on they're back in another Munster final after a super display also by Ollie Baker, commiserating there with Sean O'Halpine Jamesy O'Connor, another one of the wonderful champions, 5 points this afternoon. Niall Gilligan with 4, Taff with 3, and overall in the end it's Clare, very convincing champions. But the final scoreline reading, Clare 21 points.
He might start